The following is a Shaw TV sports presentation.
Hello and welcome to Mount Royal Collegiate in Saskatoon and Shaw TV's coverage of Mustang Volley 2015. I'm Kerry Elker and I'll be doing the play-by-play for this evening's men's final. I'm joined by high school coach in town here, Sean Smith. Sean, we've got a bit of a country versus city final tonight in the men's.
Yeah, it should be very, very exciting. Centennial Collegiate out of Saskatoon and kind of an amalgamation. Bellevue and Wakaw getting together to put together an exciting team for the guys. So it should be an interesting final for us.
It's been a long time since we had a Saskatoon team in the final. We'll look forward to it, and we'll be right back with Shaw TV, Mustang Volley 2015 in a minute. Well, welcome back to Mount Royal Collegiate here in Saskatoon for the Mustang Volley 2015 boys final. I've got Sean Smith with me here. He'll do the color commentating. He's a teacher and coach at Centennial Collegiate, and we're fortunate enough to have the Centennial Chargers in the boys final. Sean, tell us about them.
Yeah, I'm going to have to hide my bias here, but I am a Centennial product. I got a bunch of those boys are going to be in my Chem 30 class on Monday morning, so I am leaning to one side, but these two teams, they split in the round robin. So each one took a team, or took a set. And lots of really good volleyball players on both sides. Number 7 for the Bellevue Wakaw Vonda. Travis Wall's a really exciting player. And Centennial's got a bunch of good swingers on their side as well.
All right, so we're ready to go. Game number 1, Mustang Volley boys final on Shaw TV. Double contact that time on the Centennial setter. Point to, we'll just say Wakaw. We'll because the Bellevue Wakaw Vonda, that doesn't really flow off the tongue there. So Wakaw with the first point. That's Stan with the serve, and that's an ace. Just as we did with the girls final, we always talk about how serving changes things when you go to full court. What's going to happen, Sean?
Yep, well, just like with the girls, the players are able to back up a lot more. We got jump servers, so this ball is going to be coming a lot faster now in the final, and the pass are going to have to adjust.
Nice dig in the back row there by a young, I'd have to say, looks pretty young libero back there. Point to the Chargers. Jeff Erickson will serve. One serving 2. Jump float. Good pass by Wakaw. Outside they go to their big fella. It's off the block and dug by Centennial. Bit of an inside set that time. Free ball coming to Centennial.
What a play.
Right side they go. And that's dug by Wakaw. Roll shot again. And a free ball to Wakaw. Off the head and up. That's a big right side block for the Chargers. They go 61-31. That's some nice offense that time by Centennial.
This is a great matchup for Centennial. They got the big Jordan Sills here, number 14, and he's going to be up against Wakaw's big swinger. So good matchup for the Chargers here.
For Wakaw, Travis Walls is going to get a lot of balls here. They serve him, which is always a good strategy. He attacks the ball just out the side. Why is it such a good strategy, to serve that front row power hitter?
Yeah, well, it's really hard to pass the ball, make a good pass, and then get yourself outside in a position where you can hit the ball.
So Centennial takes a 3-2 lead here early in game number 1 of the Mustang Volley boys final. Wakaw goes middle, easily dug by Centennial. They tip short line, outside to Walls, and he kills the ball across court.
There's that big swing out there. Centennial, I think, has to settle down a little bit. Bunch of tips coming off of there. And Wakaw, this team is really energetic. They're not going to let many of those balls hit the ground.
So we're tied at 3 here in game number 1. Middle attack that time by Centennial.
Seemed to catch him. Tough arm swing there. Just almost hit it right by his ear, and tough to get the ball down.
So Wakaw takes a 1-point lead. Short serve into the net that time. Point Chargers, we're tied at 4. Adam Pauls will serve for the Chargers. He's a grade 12 left side player for Centennial. Good jump float. Decent pass. They try to go high middle, it looked like that time. And again, some offense. 61 that time. And that's Big Silzer with the kill.
Yeah, when he gets a hold of that ball, that's a really, really high arm swing. And he jumps well. Really big basketball player, big basketball product. Doing some volleyball work here today.
Good tough serve again. Silzer got his hands on that ball. Outside it goes. Tip again that time by Centennial. Attacked on the right side. Outside to Walls. He hits a roll shot past the antenna.
Good adjustment here. It seems like they're trying to move Silzer around, move that big number 14 so that he gets a block on their Waka's big swinger.
6-4 here. Centennial leads game number 1. Mustang Volley boys final. Tough pass out to Walls again. Dug easily by the Chargers. Outside. Free ball pass. Walls with the set again. The backhand play by Silzer that time, an unusual. You don't see that too often. Dug by the Chargers.
That's a tough one.
Lefty with the attack, but dug by Walls. A little scrappy here. No one really wants to hit the ball. But they do want to block the ball. That's a stuff block that time on the right side.
That's a big block from Waka. You can see how much work Travis Walls is going to be getting on that Waka side.
If I'm him, my arm is sore already, I think.
Yep.
He's probably had already 10 swings, and we're not even a quarter way through the first game. That's a long ways up there from Silzer on the quick.
That's a big run. Number 2, Jeff Erickson. That guy's been playing since he was in grade 9. When he was in grade 9, he was able to walk underneath the net. But he's had a lot of really, really high caliber volleyball, and he's an exciting setter.
7 serving 5. Centennial leads game number 1. Walls again, and that's Silzer with the stuff block.
That's a lot of arm up there.
I didn't even say there's a lot of armpit up there on that. He's up there a long ways. It got dark on this side of the gym for a second. 8 serving 5. Centennial leads. It certainly seems to be the case that Silzer is following Walls around the court.
Yeah, good adjustment. The coach on Centennial, Adam Ewert, he's a very, very smart volleyball-minded coach. So he's going to make adjustments. He's going to give his team the best chance they can to win.
I think it's accurate to say it's not his first rodeo. Walls with the spike serve here. Tough serve, but passed all right by Centennial. Inside set. Rolled by the left side player. Outside it goes. Dug that time by the Centennial libero. Lefty again. Looks like the libero got caught inside the court that time for Waka.
Number 1, Alex Reed, asked to do a little bit more work. Centennial ended up having one of its big left side swingers, Levi Olsen, went down with a shoulder this tournament. So players like Alex are really having to pick up the slack.
Silzer with the serve this time. They go quick middle. Block touched, but on the wrong side.
Good job forcing that in, getting it through that big block.
Patrick Vachon will serve for Waka and area. Deep serve, passed with the hands this time. And that ball is killed cross court by the lefty.
Good looking swing. Lefty hidden out of the left side. That's a tough one to adjust for the block. Tough to get. You're so used to hitting the right-handed left side hitters. So when Alex goes up there, he's able to hit some shots that they're not quite used to.
Reed to serve. He serves a jump float. Passed well by Walls. They go middle again. Not the biggest player on the court, but he certainly was fast on that one.
Well, that's a very, very nice run. And good job of that setter finding that he's on time, setting him the ball, and Centennial not quite ready to dig that ball. A little bit too fast.
That was Shea Lee with the kill. We now have Connor Trumier serving for Waka and area. Cross-court serve, passed very easily by Centennial, and a kill out of the middle.
There's Jeff Erickson on the other side, number 2. Not to be outdone in this setters duel. He's going to find his hitters just about wherever they are.
Daniel Joe with the kill that time. He was very much on time, left himself open. Great set all around that time. Tough pass. Walls out of the back row. Just out the back that time. Point to Centennial.
Looking for a touch, but Not going to get it.
Didn't see one there. No, I think he just missed it.
Just like with the girls' game, two fantastic officials. So this match, once again, in really good hands.
Joe with the jump float. And he gets what amounts to an ace, essentially. Point Centennial. They lead 13-8. We see with Walls in the back row, it looks like Wakaw's having a tough time scoring points here. Roll shot that time, dug easily by Silzer. Outside they go. Roll shot from Centennial. Walls out of the back row. And that one is in on the right side.
That's a really good swing. Yeah, if you're Centennial, you're really trying to make hay while the sun shines. While Walls in the back row, he's going to rotate around to the front row here, though. So looking to score some points.
Tight pass and a great dump that time by Erickson. I thought I saw Brian Gavlis for a second. That was Brian's greatest play, was the back dump.
Yeah, well, he's a very, very smart setter. Jeff has to be. Not the most physically imposing guy, but he gets the job done.
Good serve. Net violation this time on Wakaw. So Centennial out to a 15-9 lead here, and Wakaw calls their first time out.
That's a great jump serve. Not an ace. Won't get counted on the stats as an ace, but boy, putting the other team in a lot of trouble off that good hard float. Now that these guys have a little bit more room, they're on the full court here at Mount Royal. Those passes are going to be under even more pressure to get that ball towards the setter.
We were talking about how Wakaw was going to rely a lot on Travis Walls, number 7. He certainly carried the mail so far, but when he's in the back row, it seems hard for Wakaw to be scoring points.
Yep, and that's when the ball's not passed well. We saw Wakaw run a fairly effective middle a couple times when they were able to pass the ball right on top of the setter's head. But if that setter has to start running it around and has to start setting trouble balls, Centennial puts up a really big block, and that's going to be in the Chargers' favor.
We've also talked about how, from the Centennial perspective, they've essentially got a spy, if I can use a football term for a second here. Silzer is spying on Walls. That's obviously Adam Ewert's Coach Belichick strategy there. Bit of a Patriots fan and a bit of a Bill Belichick fan.
Yeah, so, got the hoodie on and everything. So chances are anywhere Walls goes in the front row, you're going to see big number 14, Jordan Silzer, following him around.
Erickson will serve here, 15-9. He keeps Walls inside the court, and again, a tough ball for him to play after he passes. Smart serve, smart point by Centennial.
Yeah, trying to make that happen, trying to get that ball back in the court, but good job, Jeff, making a good, solid serve after timeout.
Walls is a long way off that left sideline. They don't serve him this time, and they go middle. Again, that is Shay Lee with the kill.
There we go. That's going to be important. A lot of focus on number 7. But Shay Lee, again, out of the middle. A really fast, really quick approach and scoring some points. That's going to be important for him.
He is not your typical, in terms of his height anyways, your typical middle player, but he certainly is fast. Silzer with the big high hit over top of the block that time. And Centennial is out to a 17-10 lead. In command here, game number 1. Shaw TV's coverage of Mustang Volleys 2015. Good tough serve. Walls coming inside, and Silzer is there.
There, he's following him around.
The spy is spying.
So good adjustment. Centennial block, one going up with that, the left side, the middle hitter, and then Silzer in the middle to cover Walls.
And that's a great serve, I'm sure, just the way Coach Belichick drew it up there. Off the tape, just roll it over.
Way to use the tape.
19-10, commanding lead here for Centennial in game number 1. Adam Pauls with the serve. Better serve, deep in the court. No tape involved that time.
No, that ball is just dancing. So Pauls is hitting that jump float, and you'll notice not very much spin on that ball. And as a passer, that thing moves around so much, really difficult to pass.
Better attack that time from Walls. They left him on the left side, a little bit away from Silzer that time.
Yeah, getting away from that big block in the middle, and he makes Centennial pay.
Bit of work to do here, though, if you are Wakaw. They trail 11-20. A stuff block always helps, though.
That'll work. That's a start.
So that's Nathan Bidet serving for Wakaw and area. 12-20. They trail game number 1. Good tough float serve, just out the back though.
And if you're Wakaw, we're really going to have to take advantage of the serves, that the opportunities that we have. They can't afford to be firing balls out the back of the court.
Andrew Lee will serve for the Chargers. Float serve to Walls. They go middle. Dug easily. Right side we go. Thought I might have seen a touch there, but I didn't.
Just out the back end. I think he was probably looking for a touch. Trying to hit it off the top of the block. Just missed though.
So Walls here will serve a tough spike serve, but again, he's in the back row, which has been a tough point scoring situation for Wakaw. But if you're serving aces, that's not bad.
Yep, that'll help. That's a really, really hard spin serve. As a passer, that ball is coming so fast. You try to react, you try to get your hands in front of it. But just too hard for the Centennial passers that time.
Not quite as good a toss that time. He had that a little bit behind him.
And that's the thing with the high risk, high reward type of a serve, like that hard jump serve, you're going to end up missing a couple.
I think making an adjustment as a jump spike server, that's probably the toughest adjustment, moving from a half court to a full court probably.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And that attack,
You're seeing a couple of these serves either float long or float in, or like the last one, get hit into the net. So these guys are going to have a little bit of time to adjust to that new serve.
Sills are serving at 23-14. That's off the block and out. Good attack that time by Matthew Stan for Wakaw.
Good smart attack, hard off the outside hand. That's a really hard attack to block. So good job getting a point on that one.
Patrick Vachon will serve for Wakaw and area. 15-23. They trail in game number 1. Outside, roll shot that time from Centennial. They go to Walls in the back row, and there's another kill. Got a bit of a Walls cheering section here behind us. 16-23, Vachon to serve. They need to get a bit of a run here. Better pass that time. They go middle. Dug well by Wakaw. Stan with the attack. Outside they go, and that's a kill.
Good job, Alex Reed, doing a job on the outside. It's going to be really important for Centennial to keep that pass right on top of the net so that Jeff Erickson can do his work and move that ball around.
So Reed has a chance to serve here for the first game. 24-16, the Chargers lead game number 1. Shaw TV's coverage of Mustang Volley 2015. Good float serve. Walls has to pass it. They attempt a middle attack, but no attack. And that's the first game.
Well, if you're Centennial, you really like what you see on that one. They were able to get a good matchup. They were able to handle the big swings from number 7 on Wakaw, make good hard serves, and they're able to hit the ball at them, which is going to be important coming into the second set.
It'll be interesting to see how the game within the game, one of the things I've always found most interesting about volleyball is if I'm Adam Ewart, what I did worked without question. He had the spy on their big guy, and now if I'm Adam, what do I anticipate in terms of their rotation? Do I keep it the same, or what? It's
going to be a guessing game to see whether or not Wakaw moves their rotation, because if they move it a little bit, then Sills is, of course, not matched up. But is he going to think that Adam's going to rotate his big blocker there, so we leave him in the same spots? This will be a little bit of a chess match. We'll see who's done the best scouting, because this wouldn't be the first time these two have gotten together in this tournament. Of course, they split in the round robin, so we'll see which one of them has done their homework and see who wins the lineup game here.
That's always one of the more interesting things that I like to argue about. Some coaches say, well, why would I ever change how I rotate my starting lineup? But if the opposing coach gets a beat on you and he or she knows exactly what you're going to do, to me that's a disadvantage for you if you don't make any changes.
Yeah, and if you're Wakaw, you're hoping that when that lineup comes out, you get maybe 2 or 3 rotations where your big swingers got a little bit of a smaller block, a little bit more freedom to go hit away if they can. So it's tough. It's also, athletes are creatures of habit. So when they always go, the setter always starts in position 1. If you move that lineup around too much, you don't want to end up risking a slow start and having your players stumble out of the blocks.
True enough. So Centennial in complete control of that first game. They served tough. They ran good offense. They blocked well at the net. And in particular, they did a great job on the big player for Wakaw and area. So we'll see if they can continue. I know when we spoke at the girls match, Campbell had been in charge really in a similar way to Centennial, but then all of a sudden, things turned around when Game 2 started. We'll see how it goes here.
Yeah, very, very similar to the first. In the girls' match, the Balgoni started playing just a little bit harder. Campbell kind of let up a little bit, and we ended up with a really, really exciting 3-set match. We'll see what these teams do to start the second here.
If I know Coach Ewert, he wants to go home early, so he doesn't want to go to a third game. Again, if they continue to be in control, as they were in the first, and as we take a look at the lineup,
it looks like a favorable matchup. We got Silzer in the front row. Walls is also in the front row.
So well done, Coach Ewert. And that's already a rejection. Walls versus Silzer. Dug easily this time by the Chargers outside, and there's a kill. They pick up where they left off, 1-0 Chargers.
Good job Adam Lee getting over there. Not nearly as tall as his big old 6'7" or 6'8" companion, but gets a really, really good jump. Got a hand on that ball to make a good block.
Erickson serves the front row left side player. Walls passes and hits off the block and out of bounds. That's a good job by Walls.
So that's a good adjustment. He tried to go right cross court in the last hit this time, turning the ball down line, getting a piece of that block.
Nathan Gaudette to serve. Tough jump float down the line. Silzer, off the block for the kill.
Yeah, equal to the task. Going, he hits the ball so high above the top of the net. Really tough to get a strong block on it when he's hitting up on the blocker's fingers and wrists.
Almost looked like he was disappointed because the ball touched the block. Walls through the seam. Great defense that time by the Chargers. Free ball, though, to Wakaw. They go back again to Walls, and Silzer is there, but Doug Erickson gives up the free ball. Back to Walls again. Trying to be a little too fancy on that one, perhaps.
Good job in the back row. Number 3, Adam Paul, sitting right in that seam. A little bit of a hole in the block. Walls hit it, but that's what the defense is there to do.
3-1, Centennial leads again. Game number 2. Free ball coming to Centennial. Great pass that time. They go middle again. And that's a nice fast attack by Andrew Lee.
That's a great looking job. Good job, Jeff, setting the ball in a spot that their blockers weren't expecting that. Andrew Lee doing some good work out of the middle for Centennial.
Good tough serve. Ooh, surprised the libero that time. They go back row to Stan, and that's not close. A little facial through the net there.
No, big 3-person block in Centennial. Not quite together, but still an imposing sight to have when you have three big blockers up against you, big 6 arms, and try to adjust a little bit too much on that, put the ball into the net.
Right now, Alex Reed for the Chargers has a checker pattern across his face because the ball went into the net and then pushed the net into his face as he was trying to block. So that never feels very good, but he'll shake it off. Yeah,
he'll be picking pieces of net out of his teeth for a little while, but he's a tough guy. He'll be okay.
Very good. I got to say, I'm impressed with the Centennial's middle attack. It's not a big middle in the sense that you got a lot of height there, but they're fast. And the thing you always stress as a coach, I want you on time all the time, and so far they certainly have been.
Yeah, that's for sure. And when you have a fast middle attack, that other blocker has to respect it, and so you end up getting one-on-ones on the outside.
Good tough serve again. Forces Stan to make a tough pass. Roll shot by Walls, dug easily. They go right side, off the block and down. Point Centennial.
That's a good job. Great free ball pass, nice and relaxed. And boy, if they can keep that pass right on top of the tape so that Jeff can do his work, and this is going to be This is going to be a tough go for Wakaw to try to claw their way back in the second set.
6-1 now is the score. Again, good tough serve. Finds Walls. They go to Stan. He rolls. Dug easily. Outside to Silzer. There's that high hit again. Rattles around and down.
Good job. Block not quite closed on that one. Not all the way solid. And Silzer found an opening.
Score is now 7-1, I think. Yes, 7-1. Chargers out in front of Wakaw. Here in game number 2, they won the first one easily. They're looking like they're on their way to a Mustang Volley championship. Walls blocked again. Dug, though. Free ball coming to Centennial. Good pass that time. Right side.
Oh, nice set.
Ball was dug, but a net violation by Wakaw that time.
You see Jeff Erickson setting that ball right side, fooled 3 blockers on the other side, 2 people on the bench, and a grandma up here in the stands. Nobody knew where that one was going.
They all said, what? All right. 8-1. Chargers in a commanding lead. Bit of luck there on the part of Stan, but he'll take it.
Yeah, a little bit of luck, a little bit not quite being ready. Easy when things start going well, your serve is creating your points. Just too much of a tendency to stand up in the back row and not quite be ready to move your feet.
Walls will serve. He'll try and bring his team back. And that's a good start.
That'll help. That's a really hard serve. And a little bit of miscommunication with Centennial passers. Alex Reed thinking that Liam was going to be able to get it. We'll see if they can bounce back.
3 serving 8 now. Wakaw trails. Game number 2. That's just out the back. So Centennial's off the hook.
Yeah, if you're Centennial, when you have a great big swinger, great big spike server like that, breathe a little bit of sigh of relief. No, you don't have to pass that ball.
Andrew Lee to serve. And didn't look like the toughest serve, but he aced it nevertheless.
You see for Centennial, really having a good time with this more serving room. Just about all their players are off the ground, jump serving here.
Wakaw players, our serve receivers are very far up, and Lee tests them deep, but just out the back.
Just missed the line on that one.
But again, Wakaw's going to have to turn things around here. They're gapped by 6 now. They've got to close that gap in relatively short order. Good pass. You didn't see that coming.
A little bit of a miscue. No, he doesn't do that one very often.
So a quick point there for Wakaw and area. They trail 5 serving 10 though. Game number 2, Centennial won the first game easily. Good pass again, that's a better set. Again, very fast attack out of the middle that time. That was Joe.
Yeah, great run there out of the middle. Once again, the blockers on Wakaw not really having an answer for that quick attack.
11 serving 5 now. Silzer will serve for the Chargers. Stan with the good pass. They go middle. Dug by the Chargers. Free ball coming to Wakaw. Outside they go to Stan, and that's off the block and down.
Good set on that one. That time it was the Centennial blocker. Caught going the wrong way. Great big hole in the block, and they did a good job of finding it.
So a bit of an opportunity here for a run. That is Connor Trumier, who's going to try and get a bit of a run going here for Wakaw. Can't do it with a serve like that, though.
No, Wakaw's done a good job clawing their way back. They're going to have to be patient. Just going to have to keep in mind we caught up a couple. Keep up the good work. Keep swinging on the ball and see if we can get some more.
Alex Reed with the serve. Good, tough serve. Wakaw goes middle. It's Doug. Free ball coming back to Wakaw, though. Bit of miscommunication. Free ball coming to the Chargers. They go middle again. That time it's blocked. Outside, though. Off the block and dug by Walls. Outside set to Stan. We're looking for someone to take a swing here. Erickson does. They go Walls out of the back row. Dug by the libero. And that's a point for Wakaw. Stan will now serve. That means Walls is back in the front row for Wakaw, so they're hoping to score some points here. Stan with a tough serve, passed easily. Outside it goes. And that's a bit of revenge after that last play by the left side player. Pauls.
Yeah, it seems like it's Centennial's strategy. They've been forcing the middles. They've been established in that middle, having a quick run. And then number 3, Adam Pauls, is a really dynamic swinger out there. We'll see if he gets some more work.
They find Walls again on serve receive. He passes and attacks, but is blocked by Lee. And that's a miscarried ball. Point to the Chargers.
You'll see how high number 11, Andrew Lee, when he blocks, he's got 2 great big arms up there, but he's not a very tall guy. He's not a very imposing guy, but boy, he gets off the ground.
Good placement that time. Walls is going to hit a roll shot. A little bit of the old accordion legs there from the Charger defender.
Well, got the middle running in. He's usually libroed out, so not really used to digging balls and playing balls in the back row. End up in Waka's favor that time.
Shea Lee will serve for Waka. Good short serve that time. Outside they go. And that's off the block and down.
Waka's going to find themselves in a race that they're just running out of laps here, running out of time, because keep on trading back and forth. Centennial up 1-0.
Now that was Pauls with the kill. And again, off the tape and down.
Well, sometimes you get lucky.
I think Jeff would say you got to be good to be lucky. Though,
there you go.
Good cross-court serve this time. Dump from the setter. Net violation that time on Pauls.
Good effort to try to get that up. Jeff Erickson not letting that ball go. His team's up comfortably, but still hitting the court, trying to get that ball up, trying to do everything he can to win.
So I was just about to say that Waka is going to need to get a run going here, and starting with an ace.
Yeah, he's shaking his head there. Number 1, Alex Reed, I think he probably went back and forth 3 times in his head whether that ball was in or out. We'll see how he responds now.
Cadet with the ace last time. Better pass this time from Centennial. A great back set, but blocked at the net by Walls.
Great one-on-one job at the net. Blocker versus hitter, 1 versus 1. That time. Point went to the blocker.
So Cadet will serve again. 11-16. Good pass again. They go middle. They've had no real answer for that middle attack. But Walls with the kill there. Bit of a roll here for Waka.
Yeah, we were just saying that they're going to need to swing, going to need a couple of points to go their way. And here we go. Number 3, Nathan Godet, making a good serve out of the back row.
12-16 now. Closing the gap a little bit. That's a better pass from Centennial. Outside to Silzer. Long ways up. Those angles are different when the ball's that high.
Yeah, good job cutting that ball back across his body. End up seeing a couple of different shots from the big guy out there. He looked like he was going cross court, cut it back across his body down line.
No luck with the tape that time. It was on the tape, but didn't roll over. Point to Waka. Walls will serve. Again, 4-point gap. Waka's going to have to close it pretty quickly here.
Centennial probably happy that he's gone to the back row.
Abandons the spin serve, goes for the float. Free ball coming to Waka. They go pipe. And that is down on Waka's side. It got dark again.
Yep, that's a big block. Jordan way up above the top of the net.
So you don't often see balls go down quite that straight. Andrew Lee with the serve. Outside to Stan. Dug easily by Centennial. Outside they go. Bit of a roll shot there. Stan again with a bit of a roll. Tight pass this time. A little fister. Some concerned that was a back row attack by Centennial. Silzer with the hit. Roll shot that time from Walls. Middle attack again. And Joe with the kill. On time, every time.
Nice force in the middle. Number 3, Adam Pauls in the back row, doing such a good job. Nice and relaxed, getting that ball up so that they can run an offense. That's 3 or 4 digs that he's had in a row that play. Really helping out his team.
So we're at 19-13 now. If I'm the coach for Waka, what am I saying to try and turn the tide here?
Wow, just like in the girls' game when you're in a timeout, when your team's really down, You just have to focus on being aggressive. They're not going to come back by free balling the ball over the court, over the net. They're going to have to swing away. Walls is going to have to swing away. The rest of their team, the middle is going to have to be on time, and they're going to have to try to go claw back some points from Centennial.
And if you coach Adam Ewert, what's the message to the kids?
Wow, he's trying to keep them on message. They obviously have a really good game plan to deal with walls, and it's just going to be a case of going out and doing the simple things. Go and doing your job, pass, go play the side-out game, go back and forth, and eventually time's going to run out for the other team.
That sounds like what Bill Belichick would say. Just do your job.
There you go. I'm just waiting for him to go cut his sleeves off there.
Need a bit of a gun show.
Yeah, put a pencil behind his ear.
So again, we're at 19-13, game number 2. Centennial won the first game convincingly. You're at Mount Royal Collegiate for the Mustang Volley boys final here on Shaw TV.
And with the side-out game that we have, we're a point for either side. Whoever wins, really tough to come back from a big lead against a solid team.
Andrew Lee to serve. First thing you do after a timeout is always make your serve. Walls with a great pass. Stan, no luck that time. It was on that tape for a long time.
No touch, just rolls and rolls and rolls. Gets the unlucky roll. That thing stayed up there the whole way across the net. Falls out of bounds.
2013. Lee takes a bit of a different slant on his serve now. Probably shouldn't have. It looks like he served that out the back and side.
He's trying to go for it. He's done such a good job this set. End up fast in the middle, got a bunch of kills, made a couple good serves out of them. Good job for him.
Good pass that time, and nobody was home. Silzer on the 61.
Yeah, I think even if someone had been home, he'd have gone over top of him because that was a long way up. Great 61, great set by Jeff to find him on that fast attack, and good job by Silzer to put that ball down.
I've always thought that a 61, a well set, well approached 61 is a very, very hard set to stop. Walls out of the back row, and that's off the block and down on the side of the Chargers.
A little bit of a reach on that side. Alex tried to make up for being a little bit out of position, reach, and as soon as you do that against a good hitter, the ball's going to go down on your side instead of on the other side.
So Trumier will serve. 15-21. Wakaw trails game number 2. Good pass from the libero. Fast middle again. Doug this time, but a free ball coming. Middle again. I'd keep going until they stop it. Outside it goes to Stan. Doug again, but a net violation.
Well, they obviously got a game plan. Jeff Erickson making sure that his middles are on time, forcing that middle, not letting the other team get set on defense. They definitely got a plan. It looks like it's working so far.
16-21. Good pass from the libero. Outside they go. Doug, bit of a scramble. Free ball coming. Good pass from Joe. Outside they go again. That's off the block. And Doug, free ball coming again to the Chargers.
Great effort on the other side. No give up over there.
Bit of an inside set that time. Chance for a point for Stan. Doug easily. Erickson with the block. Walls in the back row. That's a big point for Wakaw.
Yeah, that's got to feel really good. Every one of those guys on Wakaw worked so hard to get that ball in, and to be rewarded for that, got to make them feel a lot better than they did before that play finished.
So the gap is closing, 17-21. Good pass, that time from the Chargers. They go outside again. Shoulder dig from Stan. Free ball coming. Tight pass. And we have a net violation and a dig out the back. Point to the Chargers.
There's that tough angle from the left-handed left side. Alex doing a great job hitting that ball around the block and making it really tough for Wakaw to block, make it really tough for Wakaw to dig them up.
So Reed has a chance here to seal the deal for the Chargers. They lead 22-17. Here in game number 2, they took the first game. Good tough serve, pass by Walls, and they set him, and he hits it deep out the back. Great target from Reed when it comes to serving.
You have to wonder if Walls is getting a little bit tired. It's such a long 3-day tournament here at Mustang Volley, and he's been doing lots of swinging so far.
I'm getting tired just watching. He has to pass again. They go inside to Stan, dug easily by the Chargers, but they're called on the net. Point to Wakaw. And the lead for the Chargers is now 5. Stan will serve. Walls back in the front row for Wakaw and area.
And they're going to have to put together some points here.
Good serve, but passed very, very well. Outside it goes. That's a great kill.
That's one of their big swingers, Adam Pauls. He's been quiet this match, but they have 2 really, really good left sides. Pauls is one of them, and he's been made his presence known on that play.
So for the match now, the Chargers serve. Off the block and down. Walls gets a kill, so they have a bit of life.
Yeah, gotta swing, gotta live another day.
And now if you're Adam, you're saying just one, guys, that's all we need here, and we are the Mustang Volley champs for 2015.
And this is a tough spot to be in. Your game's on the line. Shaley going back to make a serve.
Good pass by Pauls. They go middle, and there you go. Fitting conclusion, I'd say.
Andrew Lee out of the middle again. Great middle attack by Centennial. And it sure paid off. They're the champions 2015 Mustang Volley.
Well, so Sean, when chemistry class rolls around, you might have to reserve a couple minutes right at the start to just remember the guy or convince the guys that they played a great game, and they are the Mustang Volley champs for 2015. Congratulations to the Chargers. It's been an awful long time. I can't even tell you how long since the Saskatoon boys team was in the final, let alone winning. So congratulations to the Centennial Chargers and Coach Ewart. And on behalf of Sean and myself, we hope you have enjoyed the Mustang Volley Boys Final 2015 here on Shaw TV. Thank you.